78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe, also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And if you're digging the video, go ahead and share this joint. So, more and more information is coming out every day surrounding Coach Prime and his Colorado Buffaloes and the conspiracy, the collusion against him. Now, over on Fox Sports 1, Keyshawn Johnson, who is now a member of Skip Bayless's new Undisputed look, alongside Skip Bayless, Michael Irvin, and Richard Sherman. Keyshawn Johnson said that he spoke to a coach and who deals in college football, and he said that there's definitely collusion. He says that Oregon had help. The Ducks had help in preparing for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. So now it's a matter of, ethics, and is this a good thing, or is this kind of shady? I see it this way. Coach Prime and Colorado have a target on their back. Most of it is due to flat out racism. Now, many people would dismiss the notion of racism because they don't want to deal with the obvious. They don't want to deal with what about Coach Prime makes you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? What is it about this man that makes you uncomfortable? What? Because he's confident, right? Anytime a black man is confident in anything, y'all call him arrogant, and you say he needs to humble himself. You rarely ever hear this in reference to any white person or anybody else. It's always done for black people. You can go all the way back to Jack Johnson, you know what I'm saying? First heavyweight champion of the world, first black heavyweight champion of the world, and how this man was treated and how he was expected to conduct himself. Know your place and this type of stuff, right? To all the way up to the point where Joe Louis had to be humble, and Joe Louis could never show any joy in defeating one of his white opponents. Joe Louis just got taken to the cleaners. You know what I'm saying? They implemented all these rules for Joe Louis, right? Or even with Jackie Robinson, integrating the major leagues. Jackie Robinson was chosen because they thought he had the right temperament, right? Him being a military man, him knowing his place, you know what I'm saying? They thought he had the right temperament to take the abuse, to get spat on, to let people call you the N-word over and over again, and just walk with your head down and just play ball, right? There's a lot of people, and I don't want to hear nothing about, though that was back then, this is now. Listen, man, if those people can get away with it, they would do it right now. They just now switched into more subtle ways. Some games, like what we call soccer, what the Europeans call football, and every other country calls football, you still see blatant racism. You know what I'm saying? They'll chant the N-word. They'll throw bananas out on the field. So times have not changed. People have just found a way to be more clever, especially on this internet. People nowadays are cowards, and they playing this catch me if you can. You can't prove it's racist. I didn't use the N-word. Oh, black people say it. It's that type of game, right? And you even have some black jelly beans that are out here helping white supremacy do what they do in this plot against Deion Sanders. Now, that's nothing new. Guys like Jason Whitlock, they've been around since the plantation days, you know what I mean? And then they'll always be here from the end of time. They're never going to change, you know what I'm saying? He comes from a long line of people who think just the way he does. Men like Deion Sanders that can inspire younger brothers. A black man that can inspire other black men is always going to be a threat to the system of white supremacy. J. Edgar Hoover once implemented a program called COINTELPRO, and it was called COINTELPRO, and their objective was to stop the rise of a black messiah. Now, this is not nothing I'm making up. This is all, stuff that you can go look up for yourself. It's all factual, okay? And that COINTELPRO type of energy is happening to this day, okay? It doesn't matter. I'm not saying Deion Sanders is Martin Luther King or Malcolm X and nothing like that. He's a football coach. But the threat still remains. He has the ability to inspire, okay? And when you make people believe in themselves, then they can believe that they can do something greater, okay? I can be the president. I can do this. I can do that. I can win. You see what I'm saying? That's a threat. So Deion Sanders, right now, the college world is in an uproar. Quietly, a lot of coaches are in cahoots, and they're going to do everything they can to beat Deion Sanders in Colorado. Now, one of the major threats that Deion poses to these other coaches is the fact that he's his charisma. He's a very charismatic guy. He's a winner. He's been to the big show in the NFL. A lot of these other college coaches, don't have that experience, and they definitely wasn't as good as Deion. So Deion's recruiting ability is frightening to a lot of other coaches, because in a lot of institutions, they'll put millions of dollars invested into stopping Deion Sanders from his goals here. Because if he's successful, okay, now this year is just this is their first year, his first year with the team. This is a team that won one game last year, so now they've already won three, which is 3 times better than what they were last year, and they still got plenty of games left. But they're playing USC next. Okay, USC is the best team in the Pac-12. Okay, they're the best team in the Pac-12. They have a super high-powered offense, and they're probably going to beat Colorado. Right? They should be the favorite. They should be the favorite to beat Colorado. They probably are going to beat Colorado. But so this is 2 crucial back-to-back games, just to see how good Colorado really is. All right, so they lost to Oregon. They'll probably lose to USC. If they beat USC, then that's just unbelievably remarkable. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's going to be picking them to beat USC. Because they beat USC, that's a huge statement. But Deion's marketability, okay, his recruiting ability is a threat to these other schools. Because if he can get guys to flip, right? He's getting guys to flip. He's getting this recruiting season, this off season, this one coming up. He's gonna get all the players. So right now, what they're trying to do is humiliate him. They're trying to take him through the typical humiliation ritual. They're trying to brutalize him, drag his name through the mud, break his confidence. And this is what they do. They do this to all. This ain't nothing new what's happening to Deion. Okay, now if you're a fan of another team in the Pac-12, I don't expect you to be a Colorado fan or a fan of Coach Prime, right? I don't think you're a hater because you're rooting for the team you've been rooting for since forever. That's your team, right? But for people to have absolutely no stock in this, but still rooting against Deion and rooting against Colorado, it's disgusting to me, right? And for all of the black Twitter and all that stuff, still hating on Deion, talking about he left the historical black college. Dude, get out, beat it, okay? The historically black college football teams are playing, and I don't see nobody making no videos about them, right? I don't see nobody talking about Jackson State right now, Alabama State, or anybody. I don't see nobody talking about the historically black colleges right now. The only reason anybody was talking about historically black college football is because Deion was there. Deion shined his light upon those schools, right? The only reason anybody's talking about historically black colleges from an athletic standpoint is because of Coach Prime, what he did in years prior, right? He won with them, he inspired them, and now he's moving on to another level, another challenge in his life, and he's trying to win here. What's wrong with that? You got to let it go. But many of these people is just programmed to hate on anything that's black and look for an excuse to hate on something that's black. I seen dudes rooting for this man to lose, rooting for this man to fail, happy like they won something. They lost. Like, what is you happy for? Like I said, we had this stuff been going on since the plantation, man. Ain't nothing changed. It's the same old with black folks, man. We look for any excuse to turn on each other, talk greasy about each other. You know what I'm saying? Any excuse we can find to do it, we're gonna do it. And it's embarrassing. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I suspect the USC will beat Colorado this week. That high power offense. I'm not Colorado's defense. is not going to be able to deal with USC's offense, in my opinion. I hope they win. I'm going to be rooting for them. You know what I'm saying? I might even put a couple dollars on them just in case they win. You know what I'm saying? But you know, expect, if they lose again, expect the haters to come out full throttle, talk greasy, and drag Deion through the mud. And I seen Jason Whitlock say some mess about Deion got 42 lashes. Now, what kind of black man would even use that language? He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly why he's saying it. He's sending a signal to the people. Hey, you can trust me. I'm your guy. It is what it is, bro. The man, Jason Whitlock comment section is full of these people who hate black folks, full of racists, and he don't care. He don't care one bit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, people don't even watch college football. They coming around hating on Deion, letting all their racial hatred spew. And I know it's gonna be people in this comment section talking about, oh, this has nothing to do with race. Oh, get out, miss me with that, bro. Okay, there's one thing I can't stand as a coward. Just keep it 100. Keep it real. You know what I mean? You feel the way you feel, just say it. Have the decency, have the testicular fortitude to say how you feel. You know what I mean? Stop running from it. Stop hiding. Right? Like Coach Prime say, y'all let this man's confidence, you know what I'm saying, affect your insecurities. And that's what's happening. You want him to be humble. You know, you want him to stop talking. No, that's ridiculous. That's not his style. He can be humble. I mean, he can be boisterous. He can be flamboyant. He can talk. He can do all of that. Okay. When Ric Flair doing it, we love it. To this day, we love Ric Flair. Wasn't nobody more cockier than Ric Flair, but we loved it. Right? Conor McGregor talk more trash than anybody you know, and we love it. But when it's Floyd Mayweather, he needs to be humble. I'd like to see that guy hitting his mouth, I'd like to see him shut up. When it's Muhammad Ali, right? Everybody hated Muhammad Ali when he was here. In the 1960s, 1970s, Muhammad Ali was one of the most hated athletes. Okay? Then all of a sudden, when he couldn't speak no more, everybody loved him. You see? This is what they do. So most of this is about race. 80% of it is about race. 80% of it is about race. No, I'll say 70. 70% of it is about race. 20% of it is fear of Deion taking all the good recruits. You know what I'm saying? And the other 10% is guys who just genuinely dislike the Colorado Buffaloes because, you know, they rooting for another team. It is what it is. So expect this. USC this week is going to be getting all kind of phone calls from Oregon and everybody else. Yeah, this is what we play. We ran this on them. Oh, they ain't got no running game. So this is this and this and that. Yeah. So Colorado has a lot of work to do. They have to learn how to tackle. You know what I'm saying? They got to be responsible defensively. The defensive line is horrible. Teams score at will on Colorado, especially without Hunter. They don't have Hunter with them, and he's not going to be there for a couple more games. So, you know, and now looking back at the Hunter situation, that cheap shot could have been on purpose. You know what I'm saying? They targeted Colorado's best player, gave him a cheap shot. See what I'm saying? So that could have been on purpose. But most definitely, USC is going to have so many coaches calling them and trying to, you know, destroy Coach Prime. But it is what it is. They already done what they were supposed to do this year. They're going to do some more. They're going to win some more games. They're going to finish with a good record. And I think they'll finish this year 500 or above. I think Coach Prime is going to pull them to 500 or above, which is going to be a remarkable turnaround from last year. Already a remarkable turnaround from last year. But when he gets a chance to recruit and bring his guys in here, forget about it. Forget about it. It's going to be amazing, right? So these coaches might as well, these other teams might as well take your shots now, enjoy it, because this is going to be over. It's going to be over. And what I'm afraid of, the only thing that scared me when Coach Prime first announced that he took the Colorado job was that I knew that, and I do know now, that they're going to try to destroy him. Okay? They're going to try to destroy him. And, and if they can't destroy him on the football field, they're going to try to destroy him off the football field. They're going to make allegations, okay? They're going to claim he hurt some little white kid's feelings, or Deion got in the face of a parent, something. It's going to be some mess. Some old girlfriend from 30 years ago going to come out with some weird allegation. You know how they do. This is what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? Same old script that gets played over and over again. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Who y'all got this weekend? USC versus Colorado Buffaloes. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. And I'm up out of here. Deuces.